I brought you on here today because we have a comedian coming on, very fast talking, very witty comedian, real deal.
Chrissy D.
Yeah, Chris DiStefano.
I'm a fan. I've been following him for over a year now.
I started following him when I found that 9/11 story. I
Yeah.
was doing my mom's 9/11 episode, and I was like, let me see what other comedians do at 9/11 stuff, and he was fucking funny. So that's why I dressed up like a traffic cone today, so hopefully he roasts me, and you have my back. You know, I need you here to fucking back me up, because I got a damn sinus infection. Can you hear it? Am I stuffy?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm stuffed up. Just like my fucking doctor said, you're at risk of getting a sinus infection if you don't get the surgery, and then a week goes by, a fucking sinus infection right away. But whatever, I'm pushing through it.
And turns out I got COVID.
It's not COVID. I'm pushing through it. It's fine. And we're going to get through this. It's going to be a good episode. The boys got some new, they want to do live acoustic intros back there now. So I guess we'll just jump into a little song and dance before.
It's tough when you have a comedian here, you know? It's very like, as YouTubers, you're like, oh, fuck. This is like a real podcast person. Yeah.
Well, let's take a moment of,
because he's like an
free in our
athlete.
mind. Let's meditate a little bit.
Let's do it.
Oh, he's not smoking?
Not a bomb, dude.
I sound like Kanye.
It's like, what is the Sunday service?
In the night, I hear it come.
Call the story ever told. I don't know how far this bit's going.
All right, yeah, that's enough.
What was the idea behind the bit? Let's analyze it. I like a didgeridoo. It's a good comedic start.
Honestly, I bought a didgeridoo, and then Jeff said, bring it so you could do the intro
Oscar
with
bought it to suggest using it on the podcast to start off, because
No,
we've been
I
doing
bought it.
we've been doing different intros or testing out different intros, because I'm kind of sick of the little.
Yeah.
I used to be out on the corner selling. I'm trying to put that behind me.
Yeah,
I'm
why
done
would
talking.
they bring-
Enough. And now they
talk
play
about
it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about jail. I don't want to talk about my eye. Enough
Dickhead,
about
you've
it.
done
Enough.
so much. You've earned it. There's levels to this shit. Where's my camera?
went
He
to
went to
jail, so
jail.
what?
What do you
I sold
want?
drugs, so what?
We're done talking about it, okay? This guy, he worked hard. He went out there. He had a girlfriend who was much more famous than him. And then guess what? She dumped his ass.
Whoa.
And what could he have done? He could have stayed home and cried, or maybe gone back to breaking the law. But what did he do? Sure, he cried for a few weeks, but that's not the point.
I got out there and worked out with Todd.
He went out with Todd, and then what happened? He met David, and he became the new star of the vlogs. And guess what? Jeff's barbershop blew up. Nobody gave a fuck before then. Well, guess what? They do now. And that's why we're here on a podcast where we sell hair products and talk to comedians who are way funnier than us. Let's go.
That's right. Yeah. Wow. What a start to an episode. Damn. I was not ready for that. Damn. I am fired up now. Do we have a weather segment today? We're doing a weather segment? You know what? I don't even give a fuck after that. That was fucking gold, Jay. Thank
Ryan,
you.
the
You
leader.
hyped me up, man.
Jason, the leader.
Yeah. Wow. Shit, man. I wasn't prepared for all that.
Oscar, stop buying stuff off offer up, man. It's
Yeah.
I think you got an addiction.
You look like the goddamn floor of the Airstream.
The checkers.
I'm glad I'm finding my character here on Jeff's Barbershop. It's
Jay.
Hype Man.
You're doing great over here. I love having you in here. As you can see, Mike Sheffer's not been around. You know, I got the funnier Jew, the more successful real deal comedian available.
Thank you for saying that.
And when you're not available, you go back on tour doing the Discovery Show. Maybe we'll bring Mike back in or whatever. I like having rotating friends in. But you were here last week, and I gave you the hat, that new green hat that sold out in 45 seconds. Or 45 minutes, correct me. I mean, in 45 minutes, it sold out, which is good. We sold
great.
500 hats in 45 minutes, and they were such a hot item. And I gave it to you first. You're the first person to get the hat. Now, the other day, I came to your house to let you know some jokes I'm planning on using at the roast.
Yeah.
And I saw the hat just sitting there. You didn't show it to me as a joke. I just had to find that fucking hat completely obliterated.
Before you lay into me and think I'm not a good friend, I am going through hell with this dog. Okay? Thank you. This guy.
Fuck that sympathy for this dog. He wanted to get a fucking dog. You probably fed it to the dog. You probably walked in the house and said, "Here, I got you a toy. I got you a little chew toy here. Fucking who cares about
no
it?"
brim hat.
Bro,
I've never seen that before.
Bro, that is destruction. That is the ultimate disrespect.
He turned it into a yarmulke.
You got a fucking yarmulke. Oh my god.
I think this is a fucking threat from my dog to you. A personal threat from my golden retriever who's 10 months old. He's saying, Listen, and I don't want to get in between the middle of it. He's saying, fuck you, Jeff.
Okay.
I think that's what this is. What do you guys think? Oscar,
Okay.
Kyle, is this a fuck you or what?
Oh, big time.
All right. You know what? I'm working on. This is top secret information, but since we're in the heat of an argument, I'm gonna fucking drop it anyway. I'm working on dog shampoo. I was gonna cast dogs, give out big money, big checks to dogs that are some friends, dogs, maybe dogs that are related to other people that I work with. It'd be perfect. He's got that fluffy hair. He would have been the perfect candidate. But you want to come at me, bro?
Yeah.
You want to fucking come at me and my shit?
I'm with you. Hey, Henry, if you're watching right now, this camera right here,
You just lost
you
the big,
fuck with the wrong people. You understand, Henry?
You just lost the biggest deal of your goddamn life, Henry.
Oh, that's weird. Henry's the same name as the guy in Goodfellas.
Henry! We fucking did it, Henry. You fucked me, Henry.
I did it. It made it into my vlog. I literally apologized.
All right, yeah, Chris is here, and he's with his buddy, so they'll pop in and I guess just destroy us the whole episode.
Is this a rental or do you own this?
This place?
Yeah.
This is a rental apartment, yeah.
You got to get a mortgage, baby. You
All
want
my
to
money's in NFTs.
I guess that's where it should be.
It's not. I'm losing it all. I just got influenced by Logan Paul and all these guys I started hanging out with, and they made me lose all my money. But hey, I'm hanging out with the cool kids.
What nationality are you? You have like a
I know, the
you got
Cayman.
like a face like of all different you got like different genders, different ethnicities, different fucking political.
Different genders.
You look like all different types of altcoins. Like I can't pin what you are, dude. You're just like a new age guy. You're just a millennial guy.
Okay, I'm from Staten Island. I just found out you have a house in Staten Island.
Toad Hill, baby. Where are you
I
from?
grew up in like Westerly, Port Richmond.
Yo,
so-
Westerly is legit. Westerly's like all gentrified now.
Yeah, you ever do steroids?
Yes, I did a cycle of Winstrol when I was 19.
Okay, and just everybody in Staten Island, it comes up,
Yeah.
eventually some point in your life you gotta.
You know
get
what, dude? I
influenced.
was mad about 9/11, and I just did some juice. That's
You know
what
what?
happened.
That was my introduction for you, actually. Should we hit the intro here? Should we just open up?
Oh, was none of this being recorded yet?
You like this, Jason?
Is this the new intro?
Yeah, we're tapping into the youth.
I
We
really
had to
like
switch it up, hip hop.
Who's this? Cameron Dallas?
We made it on Fiverr. It cost about $30.
Nice.
All right, so today on the show we got very funny comedian Chris DiStefano. You make a lot of 9/11 jokes.
Thank you.
Is that right?
I have a story that I did, stand-up bit that I did about 9/11. If you Google Chris DiStefano's 9/11 story, if you see that title, people get upset. But
Sounds
then
like people get really pissed off about
yeah, I got a
that.
message once from a person, just destroying me. He's like, "You fucking piece of shit! You make 9/11 funny. Not every, things are off limits." And blah, 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 blah. And then 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, the message was, he goes, "Yo, I just watched it. That shit was hilarious." I was like, "Yeah, dude." Because the thing is like everybody. This is what we do, right? As people in a society, everybody wants to, feel everybody else's pain, and everybody wants to, get offended on behalf of this. Like, I grew up in New York City on 9/11, knew people that died, could smell the towers burning. I did a comedy set, 5-minute walk from 9/11 on the 10-year or an anniversary on actual 9/11 in 2018, so 17-year anniversary. I was fucking hammered drunk, and every comic was going up on stage at the Comedy Cellar and bombing because nobody was addressing the elephant in the room, is that we were doing comedy on 9/11. People are sad. It's tragic. So I just went up there because I was drunk, and I said, "I'm not eating hummus today. I'm not going to do it." I said, just one day, I'm not eating hummus. And then I told my story of what genuinely happened to me on 9/11. So, you know what I mean? Even ISIS was laughing at it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's fine.
I was laughing at it. My mother was in Tower 1.
Good. Yes, my mother was in Tower 2. Look at that, dude. We're connected, man.
I know. That's why I was about to interview my mother on here about her experience. She got out, obviously, and your mother got out as well.
Yes, she did.
Thank God. Otherwise, we would have had a roll on SNL if they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're the only guy that I've met that's skinnier than Pete.
Seriously? No,
Yeah,
you haven't
dude.
seen me with the,
Are you jacked up a little bit?
Actually, not right now. I could be close to Pete's weight.
I don't understand this LA thing. It's like, I don't know, what's going on. Like, your sound guy over here, like I said in the elevator, like he's a weightless guy.
Yeah.
And then you got the other person in the checkered board, because you got to say people are people out here. You can't even say that guy. Or I don't know what biologically was born.
No, he'll cancel you, that guy in the red coat.
But the thing is, you can't cancel anymore because I got the Patreon. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful part about comedy now, is you can really, as long as you don't want to, you know what I mean, be on a fucking CBS sitcom that nobody watches and you make no money for. As long as you just want to do pure comedy, you're safe if you got a Patreon and a podcast. Obviously, Don DiPetta sitting next to me wants to be in Hollywood. That's why he has a pedophile mustache. So that's why he has. So he wants to go the other route. So he's going to sit there and be quiet. And you know what I mean? Just look like...
I forgot I had a mustache, so I looked on camera.
Yeah. So I don't care anymore.
So Patreon is the OnlyFans for comedians.
Patreon.com/ChristyComedy. Shit goes down. Okay?
You ever show any skin on there?
We show some skin. I showed a couple of my genital warts on there. And, people pay... you can pay $5 a month for that. I did mushrooms on it the other day. We got a show there called the Chris and Eddie Show, where we call edibles Eddies. I never taken any type of drugs before I started my Patreon, but once a week now we do the Chris and Eddie Show, where I take an edible. Last week I took a mushroom. Sometimes I'll drink a 40. One time I did a bunch of Flonase, and we just do the show. That's what we do, and that's the podcast that's happening. And I sit with most episodes a transgender person named TT Jerry, who was my girlfriend's godfather, who was in prison for 25 years. Blew the son of Sam in prison, cut off a man's dick with a tuna fish can in prison. Wow. Transgender Puerto Rican person. So you want to tell me I'm a bad guy and cancel me and this and that? You're a piece of shit, okay? Because I'm sitting with transgender Puerto Rican people. My family is Puerto Rican. I got anal warts. Like, I'm all about you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll kiss this fucking kid on the lips and
I can
suck
tell,
your dick. I don't give a shit,
guy.
dude.
It's a good guy.
I'm a good guy, man.
Anal warts makes you a good guy, for sure.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
the reason I brought that whole 9/11 thing up and set you up, and then my mom was in there. And, oh shit, did she die? You stood your ground there. That was dope. I love that. Now, when I brought my mom on the show, I was like, what am I going to talk to my mom about? I don't want it to be this sad episode thrown into all our wacky bullshit episodes. So I got inspired by your set.
Thank you.
And then I had my mother here, and she had a different agenda. She was going to come in here and tell the real story.
Right.
And then I guess it just didn't work out. She wasn't on the same wavelength as us. We were trying to just play sound bites of bombs, but things going into the towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
The gunshot. Yeah. No, I think as long as you come from a place of truth with comedy, I think you're golden. And that's that 9/11 story. I was just literally telling the truth. It's like, you can mix match words and all you want. And that's what people do. I mean, in my opinion, you can't be funny and hateful. It's like real comics recognize, like, if a joke misses, but the intention was comedy. Like, there's no way Hitler was funny because he was just hateful. You know what I mean? So all these people, that want to, cancel comics, it's just unfunny, weak, insecure piece of shit people. And that's why it's a beautiful thing. Once you put your career in the hands of your fans, which seems like you guys have done on YouTube, then you get out of this shit. Then you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck if Colgate toothpaste, wants me to, say the right gender. Shut the fuck up.
Colgate.
I'm being comedy. I don't even use toothpaste. I just chew Dentine Ice every morning. That's how I clean my mouth.
It's the way to go. It's more fun, too.
Yeah, dude. And you're drinking a LaCroix, man. It's nice.
I'm living the life.
Do you guys grow up close to each other, the two towns, or?
Dude, yeah.
Or the same town?
Jason's from Boston. He we get along well, though. He's an East Coaster. He gets the same sense of humor.
Jason's a nice guy, dude. You been divorced?
Yeah, I've been divorced.
Yeah, dude, you got that energy, man. You got divorced, but not a dad, though.
No, I'm a dad, but what kind of energy?
But
is
not
divorce?
a good dad.
Not a good dad.
Yeah, no, I can tell. You're divorced, bad dad energy. Yeah, dude. No, I could tell. But I like you though.
What's divorced energy like?
I think you're sitting there, you're trying so hard to be happy, but I know you're fucking dying inside every second of your life. You know what I mean? And it's just
I don't try that hard to be happy. I gave up.
Yeah, dude, you're blow drying your hair. You know what I mean? It's a sadness that I feel, but I like it. But it's a likability because you're honest with it. You know what I mean?
You're
an honest guy. Yeah. Listen, you're having sex with girls and living a life now, and your kids, one of them have a drug problem, and but that's your fault, but not your fault. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Thanks, man. Thanks for Scotty.
But it's a beautiful, dude. I'm right though, right?
Yeah.
In a way. How old's your oldest kid?
He's 16.
Oh, 16. Right, right.
And then my daughter turned 13 yesterday.
Oh, wow. And you weren't at her birthday. See what I'm saying, dude? Dude, this kid's fucking got no emotion in the red jacket. He's like a real sick fucking kid, dude.
No, I don't allow emotion here.
Because you know what it is? This kid, he's already in the metaverse. I bet you that jacket, like he's a digital currency.
Don't you laugh, Kyle.
He's an NFT.
Don't you crack a smile. Give him nothing. Give him nothing.
Jeff's a good guy, dude.
Thank you.
You're a good guy, and then
Jason.
And no. I was trying to think of a fun divorced dad name. Jeff and Jason. I like your guys' energy. I like your guys' vibes. You're making money. You're doing things. You're doing new school things, which is nice. You know what I mean?
You are too. We're on the same road. You're doing Patreon, stand up, and podcast.
Do you guys do stand up? Any stand up comedy?
Yeah. Well, we stopped for a while.
I was going to say it had to be fucking brutal. None of you guys are like funny on stand up. You know, like to a real stand up, we're all like, oh, you guys suck.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Yeah. No, Jason's really good. He had me open for
no, there's no way he's good.
On Chris's level, no.
There's no way.
No.
I like that you admit it.
No, but I know. I mean, I used to go to open mics and try to be a stand-up or whatever, and then I have toured and stuff. But no, I know the difference.
Yeah,
I mean, we're doing a roast right now, and I know the difference.
Yeah. Because I can't do what you guys do on it. Like you guys have a different thing. Like my YouTubes and Instagrams are nowhere near your guys because it's different types of comedy. And I think when we both bleed into each other's art form, there's learning. But the problem is sometimes when you watch someone does their backbone is in stand-up, they didn't grow up in the open mics and cut their teeth, it's very obvious for stand-ups to be like, oh man, this is brutal, like it's hurting our art form. As I would say, if I try to go and make a YouTube video or something, you're going to be like, this is hack bullshit. We did that in 2009. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. I think you guys have carved out your own lane in comedy, and I'm respectful of that. You know, the podcast I feel like is the common ground. We can all just bleed and blend in here. But sometimes when, we watch people do stand-up, I'm like, yeah, you'll sell a lot of tickets this time.
Right.
But your show, it's there's no way you're going to keep getting fans coming back. I mean, look at Louis C.K. and Bill Burr and Kevin Hart. It's like 20 years before anybody cares. That's just the way it is, you know? I've been doing it 10 years, and even my show is like nowhere near as good as it hopefully will be in 10 years.
There's a difference between like going up there and they know you from the YouTube videos.
Yes.
Than being Chris and being like, oh fuck, half this room doesn't know me.
Yeah, that's
let
the key.
Let me win this
Try to be
crowd.
funny there.
That's what's hard.
Even Jerry Seinfeld, the most famous name in comedy, even he only gets 5 minutes before the crowd says, all right, it's worn off now that you're Jerry Seinfeld. Now you got to make me laugh.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Seinfeld? Because I've heard Seinfeld will go up and even bomb with new material. Have you ever seen something like that? Who have you seen, like a big guy go up there with, or girl?
Anybody, because at the Comedy Cellar, which is our comedy store, it's like the New York version. Everybody, anybody Chris Rock, Louis, Burr, Amy Schumer, Kevin Hart, they all go up there, and that's that you try new material, you know. And if you bomb, you bomb. Yeah, the thing is, I think the with stand up, where I've gotten to now is I'm very comfortable not doing well, and I'm very comfortable if things are uncomfortable because I'm just like it's all going to be over soon anyway. But I used to not be. I used to perform. I used to be like, oh, this crowd, I better make this crowd laugh, or I want this crowd to like me. Now it's like, of course I want people to have a good time at my show. Of course I do. They paid money to see me, of course, but it's really, I'm doing it for me. And I'm like, if I need to work on new stuff and do that, then that's what I'm going to do because I know ultimately, like nobody really cares. I think we all do have this thing in us where we're like, well, I'm going to change the world. And it's like narcissism. Nobody actually cares at all. We're all in our own little world. So it's like, once I accepted that, it's almost like an optimistic nihilism where I'm like, it's actually set me free where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I care if my kids like me and if I'm, making, when I leave, if I'm making money, to give them as best life as I can. I'm like,
That's why you should have a kid, Jeff. Because
Jeff should have a kid.
I'm working on it. So you said when you started out, you cared if people liked you.
Yes, because I was doing it for them, but now I do it for me. And I don't, like last night I had a show at the Tampa Theater. It's a theater show. So it's like, I'm not going to go and do 10 minutes of new material to open up the show because they paid money. It's their night out. So I have an obligation to give them a good performance. But in the middle of the show, I tried a couple of new bits here and there and just kind of be free and in the moment. Or else I never get any better. You know what I mean?
I've never experienced somebody not caring about people liking them so much until I met this guy right here. He'll walk around coffee stains on his shirt, just a complete mess.
Well, that's why I think one thing when you do stand up all the time is you try to read the room. Like as soon as I met you in the elevator, I was like, this guy's very confident with who he is. And and now that you're saying he doesn't care about what people think of him, that's why I was like, oh, I can get him with heavy dark jokes. He's not going to give a fuck. If he cared about it, he would got offended. And then it's like, now we got a problem.
No,
when it's just comics in a room, you're supposed to say whatever. You're supposed to be able to say whatever, and it's all understood as this is just a joke.
Sure.
You came right at us, said you guys suck at this, but you're good at this. Now you're doing both. You're doing the podcast stuff, and you're saying the internet stuff is new to you.
Yes.
Now you experience. I'm sure your videos are good. I watch your podcast.
I'm sure you guys could identify things be like that. We did that shit 10 years
weird.
ago.
I watched your vlogs,
a little weird when the shot flips upside down and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. Are you doing that yourself?
No, I have my editor. Shout out to Homeless Pimp, who does it. But I'm sure that's what I'm saying. We just got onto YouTube, so I'm like, I'm sure that we're doing things that are not not.
So now you're going to experience that negativity through the comments on the
Yes,
internet. It's like you're in the metaverse comedian now. You're
Yes.
living through those fucking
Yes.
hecklers are in there in your comments, but you could just not read them. If you're on stage, you could be like, fuck you guys.
Well, you know what? One of the best things I've done just for my mental health is, even though social media and the internet, it's a part of our life. There's, like my friends who are like, I'm getting off the internet. I'm like, that's good for you. My career is in the internet. I can't not. That's how it sells the tickets. But what I do now is I post my thing that I need to post, and then I don't look at it again until I need. So whatever the comments are, even if I used to look at, if this video is bombing, let's take it down. I don't do that anymore. I'm like, if it bombs, it bombs. It's the way of the world. Whatever.
Chris, you don't need to
Damn.
do that. You're funny, man. You don't need to fucking look at that
I'll
shit.
kiss you on the lips
at
right
all.
now if you want that, dude.
I
I have mild COVID symptoms. I got mild COVID symptoms. If you want the antibodies,
mean, I know you're in Tampa, so I just assumed,
dude, I fucking like Jason.
Yeah, Jason's the best.
I like you too, Jeff. But I like
But
Jason.
I watched your vlogs, and
Yeah.
I think Jeff too, because I watched Chris D'Elia's vlogs, and they're not like anything really. They're kind of just him hanging out, and I think that's a good thing sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it's good to come at YouTube like, yeah, it's me and my girlfriend, and we're gonna go do this. It doesn't have to be slick at all.
Yeah, and
and you can get better with it if you want, but you should never feel bad about posting like a dumb little video. Like I saw one where you guys were working out.
Yeah.
I watched the whole fucking thing.
Chrissy Quarantitties.
Yeah. Chrissy Quarantine. Yeah. So I just think that shit's great.
And I think I learned that, I watched the old Logan Paul videos, like before he was even humongous, and I was like, a lot of that shit was him just walking around with a camera. So I'm like, it's almost like slice of life, behind the scenes thing. So I'm learning that stuff. Stand up is, I've failed a lot. So I'm like, almost feel like an expert at stand up, but this internet stuff, this is your guys' world. So I'm learning how to do it.
I saw you waiting outside Bobby Lee's house once. That was really funny.
Yeah. Wait. So do you go out? Is this a content house?
No.
I don't know. See, this is what I'm saying. That's a hack question.
48 years old.
Is Jason 48?
Yeah.
Dude, how fucking great does this guy look for 48?
Man. Thank you,
And
man.
you have a 16-year-old daughter, dude.
Hey,
So
it's
she
nice
was
over here. Jason does a podcast too, where it's the exact opposite. They're like, "You look fucking horrible."
No.
You look dead.
No, dude, and a 16-year-old daughter, dude, that's fucking insane.
16-year-old son,
16-year-old son.
13-year-old
Well,
daughter, yeah.
you don't know though, biologically, but they could go trans.
They could
Any
end up
second.
like Kyle, Who
Is
knows?
Kyle trans?
Yeah.
Are you Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't had any procedures. He just identifies as whatever. It's something different every week. Cause
Are
he's,
you on a
know-
little estrogen? What are you doing?
Testosterone.
I tried to give him steroids. You wouldn't take them. I have them in here. I actually got you this gift here. Here, this is my hair product company. I see you
Thank
take
you,
good
Jeff.
care of your hair. You care about your hair? How often
yeah.
do you get a cut?
I get my hair cut once every 3 to 4 weeks. I was supposed to get a haircut before I came to.
I got you a little bottle of testosterone in there. Kyle didn't want it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, look at that.
I
Got a
just-
little
I didn't know
test.
how to inject it.
I didn't.
One needle too. You guys could share. Who
Nice.
cares?
Now, is this black market shit? Where'd we get this?
Kyle would refuse to take it. I had a guy meet up with Kyle, and he didn't want to take it. He
wanna
changed
take
his
it.
mind. And then the hair product is nice pomade and a texture spray in there.
Ooh, nice. It's all about the smell. So what's this called? Jeff's Barber Shop.
Pop open the other one and give it a smell, because that's a spray.
The way
So-
Chris styles his hair,
I know, he has
it's
really
actually
good hair.
perfect for that.
pomade.
pomade.
This is the one to pop open?
Yeah.
Let's give it a.
Yeah.
Let's.
I'm
see.
curious your opinion, because you're from Staten Island.
No,
you care about your hair. You get a cut every
lift the
Oh, no,
cap.
no.
No.
I thought he was a sharp, smart guy until he did that. Who the fuck? You get a Windex bottle and you twist off the whole thing and dump it
Texture
on the glass?
but to smell. I just want to smell it.
I did the same thing.
Good smell, dude.
I
It's
know
a
you
good,
did.
It's a
I
good.
know. I'm just.
It's
Thank
a
you.
good
Thank
scent.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
dude. It smells like
So that's for you.
yeah, like a Mitsubishi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a Mitsubishi with an air freshener in it or
Yeah,
something.
dude, like a Staten Island fucking Mitsubishi Galant. I got to be honest, man. Do you use the product?
I
Jake?
do use
No,
it.
it smells. It smells
really
like a
good.
nice cologne, but it's in your hair. It's like cologne for your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. But yeah, so I worked
Yeah.
in a barber shop in Staten Island and went through all that shit. So I feel like I might have cut your hair back in the day. How old are you?
37.
Really?
Yeah, what are
Okay,
you?
32.
Wow, and you're
You too?
48.
Wow. Yeah, 32.
And you're
Really?
32.
Yeah, I know.
You're 32.
Mustache doesn't. say
The
32,
mustache
but
fucking adds 20 years.
I had a big beard, and then I cut it down, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I didn't know that I was gonna do this today, so.
Yeah, he thought he was going to come out and we were just going to go to
gonna hang
In-N-Out
out,
Burger. Now
yeah.
you're talking to millions of people now,
Yeah,
stupid.
This is not. Yeah, I should. This was a poor choice.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love that this is Don's big break. He's got the fucked up mustache.
So you grew up in Staten Island high school?
Me?
Where'd you go to high school?
No, me? No. I grew up in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So I only moved. My father lived on Staten Island my whole life. My parents got divorced when I was like 1, and so I was going to maybe go to Monsignor Farrell, which is the big all boys high school in Staten Island. But instead, I
used
went
to run
to
track there.
Archbishop Malloy, which is the all boy high school in Queens. So, but all my summers were on Staten Island.
So that story, your 9/11 story,
Mm-hmm.
your father went in to speak to the principal.
Yes.
And he whacked him with a chair or something?
No,
like that?
so what happened is on 9/11, my mother, I said worked in the second tower, and dude, imagine like our mom survived because they were having like a secret lesbian relationship, like they were fucking scissoring each other in Tower 7. And that'd be wild, dude. And now we're together, like their sons are together, and we're just fucking doing steroids with Jason.
Damn.
Dude, I
Mom,
fucking
why
like
could
Jay,
you-
man. You're a good dude. 40.
Mom, why
So do you
couldn't
like
you be
being in your 40s, late 40s?
It's the best.
I was going to say, you feel, because my mother told me,
Yeah.
she said, you'll see, if God willing you make it to your late 40s, you'll see that, because she's 70 now, she was like, the decade I would go back to is my 40s.
Yeah, it's the
Would
best.
you say that better in your 40s than your 30s?
30s is pretty good because you're still youthful and you still have things don't hurt as much.
You feel older now.
But now you gotta really, really I gotta really keep up with it to stay. Like
Right.
feel good physically,
Yeah.
but like mentally, 40s is great because you really don't give a fuck. When I was in my 30s, I really cared a lot. I was like doing open mics and like fucking bombing and not doing well. And then one night I was doing stand up, and this kid came in who's a YouTuber, and after that I just went and did YouTube. I stopped stand up. I was like, I had 2 kids. I was in
Yeah.
debt. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do.
By the
YouTube.
way, I just want to say that in the beginning of the podcast, when I started shitting on the guy's stand-up, I thought you guys were going to start giving it to me back, but then you didn't. You just politely listened. So then I was like, oh, shit, I guess I got to just keep going. I was waiting for you guys to start shitting on me, and you were like, no, we understand. I was like, oh, sorry. I was just kidding.
I felt bad because I set
I
you up for
genuinely
that.
was just kidding.
I don't like to do that either because like literally all I do is watch Joe Rogan, watch Dave Chappelle, I watch you, I watch Theo Vaughn, and there is a delineation there. It's like, yeah, those
The
guys are
truth is-
fucking amazing.
No, the truth
It's a
is,
real
though,
thing.
with stand-up, truthfully, what I genuinely believe is if you guys got the fan base, which you do, it's such a subjective art form. Go tell any YouTuber that can sell out in improv, go tell their fans that
Right.
Chappelle is funny to them. They're not. To them, he's not. They're not. The YouTube guy is, or the TikTok guy they saw is, or girl, or they be. So like that's what it is with comedy. It's subjective. So it's like, yeah, a stand-up might say, "Oh, I don't like so and so's work." It's like, okay, shut up. It's all subjective. Like
Yeah,
there's
it
plenty
is.
of comedians.
There's a craft to it, though. Just
There's a
like,
craft-
Just like they're better at YouTube. Like, he was shit on your upside down videos. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they
That's stupid.
stink. There's a craft. There's a craft, and we'll look back in 5 years and be like, "Eesh."
But that wasn't even an insult to him. That was homie fucking who your editor. Whatever.
Homeless Pimp. Shout out
Yeah.
to Homeless Pimp. No, Homeless Pimp's a great editor. Great guy. Homeless Pimp. He lost 50 pounds just drinking Heinekens and eating salads.
Wow.
It's a wild diet, right?
Yeah. Okay, today's episode is sponsored by Roman. Boing. You guys know all about Roman. I talk about it every week. Roman is a digital health clinic for men. Did you know that 52% of men experience ED?
Why are you looking at me?
Jay,
Why are
Jay,
you
Jay,
saying
I'm
that?
on your side. I'm on your side. Listen,
I don't have ED.
Listen, more people have it than don't. So you're in the majority. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. And I got some good news for you.
What?
It's a new year, and Roman is going to help you get to peak performance in the bedroom. Roman provides effective FDA-approved treatment for ED. With Roman, you get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. There's no need for that awkward doctor visit and trip to the pharmacy. I know you don't care about stuff like that, but some people don't want to be out in the pharmacy getting ED meds, which it makes sense, you know? Some people...
No, I walk into a pharmacy right away and I go,
I got ED, baby. And I'm proud. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan, and if medication is appropriate, Roman will ship to you for free with 2-day shipping. Perfect timing for Valentine's Day. Ooh. The whole process is straightforward, discreet, and will help you make sure you're performing at your best. So get Roman ready and go to getroman.com/Jeff, where you'll get $15 off your first month of ED treatment plus free 2-day shipping. Take advantage of this special discount by February 9th and get $15 off your first month of treatment and guaranteed Valentine's Day delivery with the link in the description. So your father, he was a firefighter, or what was he?
No.
That was Pete Davidson, wrong Staten Island comedian.
No, dude, my firefighter did not have a real job.
Your
My
father? Oh, okay.
No, dude.
Your father was a gangster.
Yeah, but gangster adjacent. I think where he grew up in the Bronx and then moved to Staten Island, it's like it was all involved. I don't know that he was out there killing people, but he, was getting paid in all cash and was just one of those guys shifting in and out of that world. And yeah, on 9/11, I thought my mother was dead, and this kid started to laugh at me. Yeah. So I broke a chair over his head. That's true. I really did. I broke a chair, and I went to an all-boy Catholic high school. They threw me out. That day, they threw me out of school. They were like expelled, but I was like, I'm not going to tell my family that. And then Wednesday, no school, because New York City was just shut down because of 9/11. Thursday, I went back into school like nothing happened. And they were like, are you kidding me? Like, you're expelled. Like, I didn't forget that you put a kid in a coma. And I was like, oh, sorry, you guys remember that? So I called my dad from a payphone on Queens Boulevard. And I told him the story. And I was like, I'm getting thrown out. And he goes, no, you're not getting thrown out. I'm coming down there. And he lived on Staten Island, which, as you know, at rush hour from Staten Island to Queens could be like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like it's only like 15 miles away, but it's like bumper to bumper traffic. Somehow my dad got there in like 25 minutes. My dad was there, and I tell it in this show, it's true. He showed up in a New York Yankees batting practice jacket and a fucking like quadruple extra large cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, like just the biggest Dunkin' Donuts cup of coffee. And he went into the principal's office, no meeting, and he just walked in. The principal was on the phone. My dad was like, hey, can I talk to you? Like, I'm his father. I need to talk to you. And the principal was like, I'm on the phone. Like, you need to get an appointment. And then my dad just hung up his phone. He just put his fingers on the receiver, on the click, and he just hung up the phone. And he was like, now you're not on the phone. And then he just sat down, and he goes, my dad's like, look, that you can't throw my kid out of school. And the principal was like, well, he hit somebody over the head with a chair. Yeah. So, I mean, where is he learning this behavior? Like, he's getting expelled
with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, dude, he's getting it. Yeah, he's a criminal, actually.
Yeah.
My dad goes, listen, you're not going to do that. And he pulled out a wad of cash, and he was like, don't throw him out of school. And he was like, are you trying to bribe a man of God? And my dad goes, I lost God September 27th, 1989. And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I was like, whatever you say, dude. Like, I know he was in prison at that time. So I was like, I never asked him what, but that was a very
cable out of prison.
That was a date etched in my head.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to give you two options. He goes, either you put my son back in school. Okay, that's the first option. He goes, the second option is I'm going to come over there and I'm going to break both your kneecaps. And he said, you think I heard that line in a movie? He's like, I'm one of the guys they write the movies about. He's like, so I'm gonna hurt you. He said to the principal, he said, I'll call 911 right now. I'll tell them what I'm about to do, and I'll give them my name, my social security number, my address. He said, because to be honest, I'd rather beat the shit out of you and go to jail and be with my friends again than you throw him out and we have to listen to his mother's fucking mouth. He's like, so I don't care. It's your choice,
bro.
It was crazy, dude. And then the principal, they put me back in school. They gave me detention.
I can't believe that worked.
It worked, dude.
Okay, yeah. So he says that. What does the principal say?
The principal was just like, is this a threat or whatever? And my father was like, absolutely. And I think he could see like the look in my father's eyes. Like my dad was just dead serious.
Not someone to be fucked with.
And then he just was like, maybe we can work something out. Maybe he can get detention before and after school. So that's what I did for my whole senior year. I had to get into school at 7 a.m., serve an hour of detention, and then after school, serve an hour of detention for the entire year, and I got thrown off the basketball team. So it was pretty severe penalties. I wish my dad would have just fucking broke his legs. But that's the story, and I tell it's a whole stand-up bit that's online.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it when I heard
it's
it.
Really good.
And it actually inspired me too much that I blew my episode with my mom. She was pissed after that.
Why don't me and your mom will do an episode from Staten Island. We'll zoom you in. I'm going to have your mom on my podcast and have her tell the story.
Yeah.
On the Chrissy Chaos podcast.
How did that incident shape you as a person?
Very gay question.
Like my father was a lot like your father.
Oh, really?
Are you still alive?
The Boston version.
Yeah, the Boston version, the Whitey Bulger version.
Ooh.
Did it make you a pussy, or did it make you tough, or what? How did it?
Because then you had to tell your dad you're bisexual and all that. How did that go after
that? When you see your parents or father doing something like that, it's like, you're not necessarily proud. It doesn't like,
right.
It's like, it's fun to talk about now. Like I said, comedy comes from truth. So it's fun to talk about now. But there was a lot of times in my childhood where I was like, I wish my dad was just like a banker. Or I wish my dad just had like a regular job. Like my mother, Ivy League graduate, my mother. So, and my father was like, on and off again criminal. So I went all the way. I went through graduate school. I have a doctorate degree in physical therapy. My mother made me get an education because she was very motivated. She was like, you will not end up like your father. I won't allow that to happen. So
when you said you wanted to be a comedian, what did they say?
Oh my God, dude. When I said I wanted to do comedy, my mother, they fucking hated it. They were like, you have a doctorate degree in physical therapy, you want to tell dick jokes? Like, what? You have health insurance. I was like, yeah, I know. But my dad was like, listen, you can live in my basement. Like, I don't give a shit. Live in my basement. Follow your heart, follow your dreams.
So they
and it is kind of
they supported you.
Supported me, dude.
Nice.
And it is one of those things where it's like the universe sometimes does give back, because I was simultaneously doing stand-up and physical therapy at the same time, burning the candle at both ends. But it's almost like I had chains on me, even though I was using physical therapy as a safety net, because once I said, I had no money in my bank account. I was like, flat broke. And I said, I'm just going to take a risk. I was 27 years old at the time. I said, my father convinced me. He's like, if you're going to take a big chance in your life, do it now. Like, you can live in my house. Well, I'll take care of you for as long as I can. Like, if you don't want to be in your deathbed being like, oh, I should have tried stand-up, do it. I was a pediatric physical therapist at the time, and I told, the principal of the school that I worked, I was like, I'm going to quit, today, effective immediately, and go do stand-up. And she was like, you're the biggest idiot. Like, she really was like, you're a dumb shit. Like, she was like, you have health insurance. Like, she was sounding like my mom. She was like, this will not work out, and when you come crawling back, you will not have a job. Right. So you want to risk it and be an idiot? Go do it. And then for about a week, I didn't tell my mom anything. I would actually get dressed, because I was still living at home with my mom. I would get dressed and go out as if I was going to do physical therapy, but I would really just go to like a Starbucks and just write, or go to a movie. Like, I was just spending money. Like, I was just like, I don't have a job. This is, I would do comedy open mics, 10 open mics a day. Sometimes I'd do 50 open mics a week, like just comedy. I had already done shows for MTV's Guy Code. That was a big show back then. I was on episodes here and there. When I stopped physical therapy, I didn't tell anybody, nobody, not even my manager. My manager calls me one day. He goes, they just got another show greenlit called Girl Code. There's Guy Code and Girl Code. And he was like, he wants to know if you wanted to be a permanent cast member of Girl Code. And if you say yes, MTV is going to give you an overall deal salary where you can just work for MTV for 3 years.
Wow. And
then I looked at the number. It was 3 times my physical therapy. You don't get paid shit to do physical therapy.
Right.
3 times what I was making at physical therapy just to live my dream. And all I have to do is only be on television on MTV.
Right.
I was like, yes. And it was like, I really do feel like if I didn't quit physical therapy, I would have never got that call. Like, I must think it was like a universe thing.
Yeah,
so it's I tell people that, like, whatever your dreams are, like, just take a big swing, Like,
nice.
I mean, have some type of safety net, but like, you don't want to be on your deathbed and be like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, now I don't live like that. Even if it all went away tomorrow, I feel very happy that I took that chance and I've got to live the life I got to live. I mean, I'm on fucking Jeff and Jason. You kidding
Cool,
me?
yeah. So you had it easy your whole life. Nice. Your
Yes.
jiu-jitsu?
Well, I'm
You ever
white.
work on? I'm just kidding, man. No, that's. I would love to do stand-up, but it's just, it's not something we're doing every day. It's not something that
You're
like,
gonna be a billionaire with your hair care thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like why would McGregor go back in the cage?
Right.
I got something on
There's no point.
my plate.
I'm gonna pump the shit out of this stuff. I mean, most of my fans have hair. Yeah, dude.
All right.
I've been told my fans have the most hair of anybody else.
I appreciate it. So what about you though? So just sell out arenas. That's the goal.
For me, the goal has always been ticket sales, and for the first time in my career, there's ticket sales are coming. I got where I go now, there's tickets. So, and that's from
what kind of venues? How big are the venues you're playing now?
Last night, Tampa Theater's 1,200.
Jeff, do you know how much money that is per night?
Damn, 50,000.
Is it?
Not quite for
Not
that
quite
one.
50,000.
But the money, when you make the real money, like if you go to a 2,000 seater, there's obviously real money there, but you make a lot of money at the comedy clubs, because the thing is with the business of it is you have to pay a high rental fee to rent the theater. So you got to sell a lot of tickets before you start making money in the theater. Comedy clubs, there's no rental fee.
Right.
So it's from $1, you're making everything.
Right, 'cause
whatever
take
you
the
take,
drinks, yeah.
90% of the door, 90, whatever the deal is. So
What comedian's making the most money now? Besides like Kevin Hart, because he's.
I would
like,
say Tom Segura.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say Tom Segura's.
What about Sebastian Maniscalco?
Sebastian is another one.
Sebastian's
You got Tom Segura, Jim Gaffigan, Sebastian.
Why
Those
is
guys
that?
are all
'Cause it's-
$30 million guys.
Well,
$30 million.
is that because our parents and
Yeah.
they're buying the tickets to the shows?
Big ticket sales, man.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
ticket sales. And
Wait.
Tom Segura might be number one. I mean, he's
Well, Sebastian played like the Garden though, didn't he?
4 times, yeah.
And then Tom Segura hasn't played the Garden.
But even
has
the
he?
Garden, like, the Madison Square Garden, you do that for status, and obviously I would love to get the opportunity to do that one day. But
Right.
you don't make a lot of money on it.
Oh, really?
No, you make the money at Radio City because, again, it's theater rental. You know, it costs the artist $200,000 just to rent MSG. You know what
so
I mean?
It's like a flex.
Yeah, so it's but
wow.
but it's necessary. Like
Right.
that's all I've ever wanted is I just want the ticket sale because I think once you put your career in the hands of your fans, you really are golden. Like anybody who loses their career, it's usually because of this. It's corporate money, but it's like you're not going to tell your thousands of adoring fans, like, obviously if you do something horrible, then you have a right to lose your career. But most of the time it's bullshit why somebody's
Right.
losing because of a tweet from 10 years ago. That's bullshit. Your real fans don't care. The corporations do. So as you start to get away, I want to do TV and movies. I'd love to do them, but I'm never going to stop my podcast. I'm never going to stop communicating directly to my fans. That's why at the patreon.com/Christie Comedy, we do so much stuff there. Like that's where like the real show is because you're literally letting me be me. And I think the best comedy moments come from there. So you go to, my Chrissy Chaos show comes out every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, youtube.com/Christie Comedy. You listen to that. That's got the ads and we have a great time on that. But then the real shit gets on the Patreon and and it's getting good now. All my peers who are all my stand-up peers who are crushing and selling tickets and have the goals that I want, they're all podcasters. Every single one of them. The ones who are on TV, only TV, no ticket sales. Yeah, maybe there's money there, but money's fleeting, man. Like,
so the goals shifted as the world shifted.
yeah, you can fine. You can make $1 million from a movie. That's fine. But I want longevity, man. I want to do this shit for 30 years.
What if you get an offer to be like a 16-year-old on Euphoria, and then they want you to stop your podcast for that?
We'll never stop the pod.
But you're gonna blow up in the fucking teen world.
No, because then that's all. Because then everything I've said on a podcast gets blown up. I've said too much wild shit.
So you don't want to get too
I've been
much
saying
bigger.
China's the enemy for a long time.
Oh
so
my
I
god!
can't.
I fucking say that all the time.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Oh my god! All right, enough.
So
You're fired.
Kyle, get it together, Kyle.
Those are your
I just want to keep growing on my own terms, dude. Well, listen, if you're in Washington D.C., February 11th, Warner Theater, February 12th, the Tabernacle Atlanta, and then how about with this guy, March 4th and 5th, Cleveland and Detroit, Agora Theater, Royal Oak Theater, Detroit, Michigan, with Donnie DiPetta, and then February 5th, home. You know what's a good one? February 5th, I'm doing the Beacon Theater. New York City was always a goal. Sold out.
The Beacon?
Sold it out.
Nice.
Sold it out, baby.
Congratulations.
2,700 seats.
That's
so
huge.
that's a big one.
That's
a good one.
huge.
And that's my hometown. So that one, is amazing for me. That's like
Right.
almost like I'll probably cry.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Wow.
I
Are you
walk
gonna
past
bring
the
your
Beacon. My
family
whole
out
oh
and stuff
yeah,
for that?
my kids are coming.
Wow.
Yeah, dude,
Nice.
it's gonna be fantastic.
How old are your kids?
I got a 6-year-old daughter and a 7-month-old daughter.
Oh, so you had your first kid at my age.
Yeah, I was 30 when I had my first kid. I'm similar to you then, because you had your first kid at what, 32?
Yeah.
And look, you're a young, cool dad,
you,
and
Mr.
yeah,
Math, yeah.
it's kind of
Wow,
dope, right?
Damn.
Yeah, it's great.
Fuck, man,
It's
I
the
better hurry
best.
up. I gotta have a kid. Somebody comment down below.
Yeah, who wants to have a kid with Jeff?
In breeding together. Okay, this episode is sponsored by DealDash. Sick and tired of bidding sites that don't work and are hard to use? Fortunately, that wait is over with DealDash. An easy and fair and honest bidding site. This app will change your life. I've been using DealDash and I wanted to get myself a PS5 because I've been playing GTA and I wanted to do streams. I got one on there for half price than I would have got it at the store.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No more going to stores like an idiot, walking
I
around.
was in a store yesterday for 3
What
hours.
are you doing?
It was the
What are you
worst.
doing? What are you, an
I know.
idiot?
I had to get,
What are you,
I
an
had to get
idiot?
white a suit.
Hundreds of auctions daily on brand new items ranging from TVs, laptops, to tools and kitchenware, and even cars, and probably even suits, with guaranteed free shipping. All auctions start at $0, and you have a 90-day money-back guarantee on the first bid-back purchase. You can use DealDash both on websites, DealDash.com, as well as our iOS and Android apps. Right now, they've got a 50% off your first purchase offer for all new users. Go to DealDash.com/Jeff with a promo code Jeff for $11 off free bids or a $30 bonus when making your first bid back purchase, and start bidding, baby. Okay, so we put out a tweet
Okay.
for some fan submission questions and videos.
Oh, I banged this chick last week.
Oh, Chris DiStefano, bro, listen, look, I need some advice, bro. Look, I need to know how to get as funny and as ripped as you, bro. Like, I'm thick and I'm funny, but I'm not ripped, bro. I got man titties. I need it solved.
That's a good
Well,
question.
I'm not ripped either. I'm not ripped at all. I have tits. I think
You're underselling it, bro. I could see you on like an old MTV show. I know you were on that one, but I could see you on like Real World doing those
my
challenges.
body sucks shirtless, right? You've seen it. It's not great.
I'd fuck you.
You kind of look like Triple H a little bit if you got a haircut.
Yeah,
back
I look
in the
like
day.
Triple H. Yeah, if he had like a neck injury, they never made it. Dude, you know what, man? Just be happy with your body. As far as getting funny, I mean, you're gonna have to move to New York or LA. You're gonna have to just get out of whatever city you live in. You probably live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I know it's a nice place, but you're gonna have to leave there. Okay, that's the only way to really make it in comedy. Is you're gonna have to just go to a big city where you're like failure is just a part of your life. You're gonna have to fail big. Like fail the way you've been failing with your fitness, you're gonna have to fail on stage.
Yeah, and pick a lane. You know, this guy's trying to pick 2 lanes: get in shape and become funny.
Yeah, they don't
pick
go together.
one, bro. Pick one.
Man, if you want to get skinny, get the booster because it makes you sick.
It's crazy how you can't talk about stuff like that.
I know it's pretty, but that's why I think of it. But I get when
I get it too.
Instagram
like,
shadow bans or YouTube take. I get it because it's privately owned companies. But I would have to imagine somebody with a lot of money is going to eventually make a platform similar to YouTube, Instagram, whatever, where like you can just truly say whatever you want, and you won't get thrown off.
Patreon, but then you got to pay.
I guess Patreon, but even I guess Patreon is.
You could post free stuff on Patreon. Sometimes I'll upload like pictures and like extra video, like stupid shit I shot on my phone that didn't take any effort. I'll give it out for free.
I guess you can do that on Patreon. That's true too. Yeah, I guess maybe, but I think there's going to be like an even bigger platform that's got to come. There's got to be something because now it's like. Everybody's getting shadow banned. Like you can say nothing, and it's just your account gets fucked.
You think
for 2
Rogan
weeks.
is gonna get his show shut down because they're coming after him now?
I don't think so. I think that's why he went to Spotify. I think that if he was on YouTube, his show might be suffering. But I've heard that he's up to 12, 13, 14 million views an episode again because I don't think Spotify. I think the whole point. That's why they brought him to Spotify. I think the 200 doctors or the 2,000 people that cry about him on social media is such a small percentage of what the actual population is like. You're getting 13 million people an episode to listen to you. There's no way 13 million people a day or a week are unsubscribing from Spotify. There's no way. So it's like we think when we see a tweet, or it's just our brain, right? We focus on the negative.
Yeah.
It's such a small percentage of the population that even care about these things because most people are like, dude, I got a wife, I got kids, I got a husband, I got kids, I work in a factory. Like, I don't fucking know. I just listen to the guy and it distracts me from my life for 2 hours.
Crazy
like,
times
if
we're
you got
living in.
time to bitch about Joe Rogan, like you must be doing great in life.
Yeah,
you must be really privileged.
It's too much.
It's too much.
That's the good news.
Yeah.
This question comes from Twitter. Have you ever been heckled during a comedy show performance? What's your worst heckle story? Actually?
Kyle, did you ask this question?
Yeah, what a dumb.
Did you write this one?
Question.
No, it's actually from the Twitter.
Who wrote this? My daughter.
Louise Douglas.
Yeah, the worst heckle I ever got was at this place in Queens. It was called Scungili's was the name of the restaurant, which was the real name of the restaurant. And I did a show. It was for the Mafia. I was opening up for this guy Angel Salazar, who played a small role in the movie Scarface. So he has a pretty big Mafia following. So I was opening for him, and I did a joke that bombed, that was off color, and some guy took offense to it because he was like, "My wife's here, you fucking talking like that?" And I did some joke. I forgot what I even said, and it bombed, and I got off, brought up Angel. I was walking to the back of the room to like try to get paid and leave. And the guy threw me up against the wall and held a knife to my throat.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he was like, "I'm going to cut your Adam's apple out and feed it to your mother." I was like, "That's very specific, sir." I panicked. And the owner of the club, of the restaurant, both guys' names were Carmine. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just both of them are Carmine. The owner's name was Carmine, and the guy who had the knife to my throat's name was Carmine. And he goes, Carmine, put the fucking knife down. What are you, stupid? Put the knife down, you fucking jerk off, like whatever. And the guy put the knife down. He was like, "You're lucky Carmine saved you." And then the other guy was like, "Carmine, get away." I was like, "Oh, is both you guys named Carmine? Did you kill me already?" So the owner took me through the kitchen down some stairs into like a back alley that was outside. I genuinely thought like I was going to get killed. Like I truly, like my heart was in my throat. And he goes, I'm so sorry. He goes, that guy's such a fucking wannabe. He goes, you always got to worry about wannabes because they want to impress people and do stupid shit. He goes, fucking wannabes, right? I go, yeah, like, you know, whatever. And he goes, here, listen. He goes, here, take some cash. He goes, just don't tell nobody what happened. I was supposed to get paid $25. He gave me a wad of cash that was like $1,900 in cash. When I counted on my car. He goes, put some gas in your car. I was like, what do I have, a fucking rocket ship? I drive a Saturn, you know? And he goes, don't tell nobody nothing about this. And I was like, wow. And I was like, you know, driving home, I was like, dude, do I even really want to do comedy? And then I just got on stage the next day and immediately told the crowd what happened to me the night before. And I was like, you know, whatever. You know, so that was probably the worst I ever got heckled. And one time I think I was in Cincinnati. Somebody threw like soiled underwear at me on stage. Like they must have sharded in their pants and then got drunk Friday night late show. And they threw just a shit underwear at me. And it didn't hit me when I picked it up. I was like, oh, this is funny. And then it was a shit stain.
Damn. So it was a good question, Kyle.
Good question, Kyle.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
from
damn,
Louise.
you got
Good.
fucking heckled hard, man. You almost got clipped.
Dude, I almost got clippy whippy.
And you weren't afraid to tell the story on stage, even though they told
just
you not to
change
say
names. I changed names and whatever, and I was like, oh, nobody cares. I'm not, you know, at that point, I was like, no, nobody's ever going to hear this
I think you
shit.
clearly said Carmine.
Yeah.
Carmine,
Well,
Carmine
now-
1 and Carmine 2.
It's 10 years now, so it's like, those guys got to be dead. There's no way they got vaccinated.
You ever been arrested?
Yes. Very briefly, overnight for graffiti.
Oh, okay. What was your tag name?
Shaz.
I don't want to actually. Damn, imagine somebody's watching. They go find all the Shazes all over
Shaz.
fucking Brooklyn, and they come back and hit you with a.
Were you any good?
No. And you know what, dude? When I tagged up a mailbox, and they were like really scaring me. I was like 17 years old. They're like, you know, it's a federal offense. You're going to get 5 years in prison for that. You just tagged up and then I was like, well, bullshit. And they were like, no, you're getting 5 years in prison, like non-negotiable. Yeah. And like when I was in the back of the police car for like that few minutes, I was like, oh, I'm really going to prison. Technically, I could have.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I could. They weren't lying. But I think I must have been 16 then because they just called my mom down to the station and they were like, you know, this kid, like I had to do community service and this and that.
Oh yeah. Now,
Yeah.
did you stop doing tagging up
'cause I
Shaz
suck.
around?
Yeah. No, I never did. I wrote one more Shaz on the UN building, and that's
Oh,
it.
you hit it one last go.
One more just on the White
How'd you
House.
come up with Shaz?
I don't fucking know.
Bro, this is before Instagram. Once
Yeah.
Instagram came out, people stopped giving a fuck
Oh,
about
got
having
it.
their tag all around because you just want more followers. That was the original Instagram.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
didn't
you
give a
just
shit.
I want more people to know my fucking tag name. I had one.
Did you guys
It
get
was
arrested
Menace.
ever? Menace?
Yeah, but I never got
Dennis.
arrested for that. No, I was Menace, but I tried to spell it weird, and it was like I put an S instead of a C, but it just looked like men's ass.
Men's ass.
And I didn't realize that till I had tagged up all over, and I was like, "Fuck, this is not a good one. I got to change this up."
Did you ever get arrested for your drugs?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
How long?
I got arrested. I got arrested in Florida for a bunch of shit. I got arrested out here for sending a package of like 20 pounds back to. I got caught myself because I was trying to make it, just being stupid, and then I got probation. And fuck, I never told this story before ever. I was on probation and I was out riding a dirt bike, just doing stunts, just stupid shit. I was just such a reckless fucking idiot. Of course, a cop comes to chase us because we're doing wheelies, no helmets on in downtown LA. And I'm with two of my friends. They skid off, they run. Because on a dirt bike, you could just, skid and you go the other way, and the car has to do a 3-point turn. And
Right.
it takes forever to catch up with you. So you always get away, especially in Staten Island. The cops just give up. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking, probably on a bunch of oxys, let him go, fucking kill himself. But these guys were persistent. They did not stop. They kept on trying to come after me. And I'm on this bike, so it's it's a loud bike. And I didn't realize in LA they send the helicopters after you.
Yeah.
So I'm on this chase for like 15 minutes, no helmet, and the cop's like, get on, fucking pull over. And I'm like, fuck you. And he's just on my tail. I lose him, and then another two guys come out. And this thing was above me the whole time. And then sure enough, I get to the 5th Street Bridge, and I try to like get under the bridge so the helicopter won't see me anymore. And there's another car that just smashes into me. And I slide,
On the bike?
I slide under the car. And now I'm already in a chase, so you don't give up. I'm already in it. I already got the charge, regardless.
Yeah, right.
So now I'm running on foot. But the fucking helicopter, keep it going. Give me the helicopter. So I'm running on foot now, but it's all pure adrenaline. My legs are fucked. I definitely tore a whole bunch of shit in my legs, and I'm just committed to this chase. I gotta get away. So I'm running down the street now, and the cops are just chasing me with guns. I hop a fence, and my legs just give out. I just got hit by a fucking car.
Yeah.
And they shoot the taser at me. and I get 2 prongs in me, and now I'm done. And that thing doesn't shut off, so it's fucking tasing me. And the cop put his foot down onto my face, and he's like, "Where's the drugs? Where's the guns?" And I'm like, "I'm just on probation. They told me no police contact." And he's like, "You fucking idiot!" And I ended up getting like 3 weeks in jail for that.
3 weeks.
Yeah, I was supposed to get 6 months, but because the jails here are so overpopulated,
And you're white.
and it was nonviolent, not really because I'm white, but it was nonviolent, and possibly, I don't know.
But now you wouldn't even go to jail. Today you wouldn't even go to jail for that at all, right? You'd be out in like hours.
No, I violated probation. That's what the big deal was. So like running from the cops is not good, but it's not something that they're gonna like put you away for life for. Even though it was like a GTA chase, I didn't do anything but run from the cops.
Why did you run?
Because they told me you're on probation. If you have any police contact, they can violate you. They'll put you back in jail, and you get no bail. So even though I wasn't doing anything that bad, it was just a stupid decision. Quick, I was like, fuck it. I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm already on this bike. I'm already kind of breaking the law. Let me just get out of here. It's easy. But it wasn't as easy as it was in Staten Island.
Yeah, they had 3. They just picked you to follow.
Out of the 3, they picked me, and then of course they get me, and they want the other guys. But fucking,
you ain't ratting. You think you'll go to jail again, or you think no?
No, I don't. I always have that like in the back of my mind, like it could possibly happen. You never know. Because I didn't think I was going to go to jail again the last time.
But what are you doing like illegally now? You think that could turn like what are you doing?
And do I need to leave the apartment?
No, I'm not doing anything illegal anymore.
What are you saying? You're not going to go to fucking jail again?
You never know, Jay. You never know. Somebody could
No.
fucking smash into my car on the street, and then we get into something. I'm talking shit.
This is what I deal with him, Chris. I always say, I'm like, you're not that anymore.
Yeah.
You grew up this way. You had a lot of violence. You had a lot of drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't
hung
fucking
around
be
at
like that
Belfiore Meats.
anymore.
They made you do.
long.
They made you do push-ups.
Yeah, burpees.
That's how that kid should lose weight. Go to jail.
Yeah, set them up.
There it is.
You want to take some tests?
I used to inject my friends. So if you
Really?
want me to, yeah.
I can keep this bag too.
That's our new thing. We're releasing that on Valentine's Day, so that's perfect. You can give that to your
The
wife.
first time Chris gets free stuff.
Jeff's Barbershop. I love it.
I think you're gonna love those products. I think you got great hair. You're super
Thank you,
funny.
honey. I love you.
Love you too. Thanks.
You're
cool too.
And I love you
cool.
guys.
Yeah.
I love that it was just like fun and easy in here, and we could shoot the shit, talk shit, and everything is good.
Yeah. Do
I
we
like
have any
that.
other submissions for him?
There's one more video.
Nobody really gave a fuck
course.
about.
This is your best podcast, Jeff.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared about. I
They
didn't get
said,
many
"Who is
questions.
this guy? A comedian? We want a fucking YouTuber on here."
I know.
No,
I'm
I don't think
sorry.
so.
No,
No, I love when I have actual like guys that can talk come on here because I deal with the clout circle of YouTubers, and it's just sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is painful. Jay, you got to deal with these TikTokers coming in, but we need their
know.
faces. We need their cute young faces for the views.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm a little confused.
Nice
I'm
voice.
trying to read this sentence, but I'm not sure what it says. Can you read this for me?
Coffee.
Cost a quarter
Okay,
on
I'm
the
just fucking with y'all. I was just testing your New York accent.
Coffee
she
costs a quarter on the corner.
coffee cost a quarter.
Oh,
on
she's
the
trying
corner.
to do the New York accent.
Oh,
I get
cool,
it with
cool.
this with a Snapchat
That was cute.
filter.
That was very cute.
Do it.
Coffee costs a quarter on the corner.
Coffee costs a quarter on the corner.
That's
good.
what it is. She's cute. I like her.
All right. I mean, yeah, that was nice.
That was
You
nice.
know, I don't know if that's a way to end it, but that's what we're gonna have
You
to
wanna
do.
do-
That's what we're gonna have to do. Just fucking walk off, and I'm gonna tell you to go to ChristyComedy.com and come check out my stand-up. I'm on a theater tour. Chrissy Theaters, everybody. #CTE tour. So we're coming all over. Portland,
You got
Seattle,
it.
Cleveland, Detroit, Philly, fucking
You
Indianapolis.
got any other tragedy jokes? Anything else you're working on that's extremely dark and really riding that line of?
Yes. There's some more. You come see my show. We get deep in the tragedy. Dude. We talk a lot about fucking. I got a lot of prison stories myself. Not that I went to prison. Family members. We got a lot of shit. I talk a lot about. I think what's going on. My point of view of stuff. And then yeah, man. I just get you to come to the show. And at the end, we ask you to vote Republican.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Chris has to get the estrogen removed from his nipples.
I'm gonna go walk around Jeff's house.
Which one? My parents in Staten Island?
Both of them.
Or
This one, I'm gonna walk
Hey,
around this apartment.
Did you ever hear about people in Staten Island getting hit with Snapple bottles?
Yes.
I told you it wasn't fucking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, glass Snapple bottles.
That was our weapon of choice. They outlawed the glass because of us.
Because of us, man. Yep, they would thrive. Many people got hit with glass Snapple bottles on Staten Island.
Yeah.
That would fuck you up though, wouldn't it?
Of course, dude. But you're
No,
on
they
Staten
honestly.
Island.
I've seen them just smash on people's faces, and it's not even that bad. Yeah, I've seen people get through. There's plenty of other weapons of choice that you could get from a deli or a 7-Eleven.
Really
100%, dude. Yeah, no, you get hit with glass
Get
Snapple bottles. Yeah,
a
dude.
40 ounce would even make more sense. I don't know why we always went for Snapples.
Even the
it was
40
like
ounces
It was a
are-
handheld.
They're not plastic anymore.
We were driving in Staten Island. And we drove by like a Cumberland Farms or something, and he got all sentimental. He was like, "Yeah, Jay," and then one day they changed into plastic, and things were never the same.
Yeah, it's
We
true.
got to all hang out on Staten Island. I like it there. I like Staten Island. So whatever you want to talk shit about it, talk shit about it.
I mean, I stopped talking shit about it, but that speed limit over there, 25 miles per hour the whole way.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You get a PBA card, it's all good.
You're
Pay
right.
Up,
And
pay
I
up
used to-
some
when I was-
cops.
when I was
You're
a
fucking
barber-
driving dirt bikes.
People don't understand what PBA cards are.
Yeah.
They only exist in New York. So if you're friends with the police officer, which I had tons of customers when I was a barber there, they would
Sure.
all just, at Christmas time, they all give me their PBA cards. So when I would do dumb shit like that, I would get chased by the cops, and they get me, and then I just hand them a stack of PBA cards, call one of these guys, and they'll get me out of it. And then I have to cut their hair for free for the year. But whatever, it's better than jail.
Yes.
And then those don't work out here. Also, Kyle, I took him to Staten Island for the first time. He never experienced a toll before.
Wow.
Growing up in California, he said, "Easy pass."
What is that?
What the fuck
yeah,
is this?
no, you got to pay for the bridges.
$35 for a bridge?
Easy, dude.
$35 to get to Staten Island seems a little ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bless
it's
you.
COVID.
Bless you.
Guys got 2 weeks left. All right, I gotta go. I love you, babies.
All right.
All
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Thank you, guys. No, fucking, it's easy with you guys, man.
Now it's